Jennifer Pan seemed like the perfect daughter, but after years of struggling under the strict rule of her tiger parents, 24-year-old Jennifer Pan finally snapped in 2010 and hired hitmen to kill them. Jennifer Pan was a well-behaved teenager, a golden daughter in her parents' eyes. A straight-A student at Mary Ward Catholic Secondary School in Markham, Ontario, she was raised by Vietnamese refugees who ran a strict household. Pan did as she was told every day, and soon earned both admission and a scholarship to Ryerson University in Toronto. Her father and mother, Huei Han and Bich Ha, exercised strict control over her everyday life and did everything they could to set her up for success. She was forbidden to attend school dances or parties and was forced to learn piano, figure skating, and martial arts. The rules paid off, and Pan transferred to the University of Toronto, graduated, and got a respectable job. In reality, however, all of these accomplishments were part of an elaborate lie. Jennifer Pan never graduated from college, let alone high school. She forged report cards and university transcripts for nearly a decade before her parents finally found out. She even had a secret boyfriend, Daniel Wong, for 7 years. And together, to cover her lies and preserve their life together, Jennifer Pan and Daniel Wong orchestrated a murder plot to have her parents killed. In 2010, the pair hired 3 hitmen to murder Huei Han and Bich Ha. The brutal attack left Pan's mother dead while her father miraculously survived being shot in the head. Soon, Jennifer Pan's crimes were uncovered, and she was ultimately sentenced to life in prison, with her own father testifying against her at trial. This is the chilling story of what Jennifer Pan did when she reached her breaking point and decided that murder was the only way out. Jennifer Pan was born on June 17, 1986, in Markham, Ontario. Her parents, Bich Ha and Huei Han, had fled Vietnam in 1979 and worked hard to provide their children with opportunities they never had. Both Jennifer Pan's father and mother worked at auto parts manufacturer Magna International. They eventually purchased a large home, a Lexus, and a Mercedes, and accumulated $200,000 in savings. Though Bich and Han wanted the best for their children, they were very strict. They were what some consider tiger parents, which in Asian culture are parents who are very strict and controlling of their children's lives. They wanted to give their kids a good life, but they also wanted them to work for it. Straight A's at school were expected from the children, as well as future careers that would enhance their lives. Disciplining their daughter, they enrolled her in piano lessons at age 4 and figure skating in elementary school. In high school, she appeared to thrive both academically and socially. However, when she tore a ligament in her knee, any hopes of being a professional skater were dashed. In 8th grade, Pan began self-harming by cutting herself. After this, Jennifer began getting out of control, and turns out she was not the student her parents thought she was. Jennifer was consistently getting C's in her classes and actually ended up getting kicked out from her Catholic high school for bad grades as well as bad behavior. After this, Jennifer's parents controlled her life even more. They monitored her every move, picking her up daily at school, as well as dropping her off at all extracurricular activities. Besides being strict about her grades, Bich and Han were also strict about boys. They did not allow her to date or even have friends who were boys. They did not want her to get distracted since they wanted her to be a doctor. Jennifer felt like a prisoner in her own home. She felt trapped, and her parents did not allow her to do anything except to go to school or extracurricular activities. In 11th grade, Jennifer Pan found solace in dating senior Daniel Wong until he was forced to transfer to a new school after police found marijuana in his car. Pan's grades began to slide from A's to B's, but she was accepted early into Ryerson University until she failed calculus her senior year and the college withdrew their offer. Pan started forging her report cards and claimed to be starting Ryerson in fall 2004. She told her father she would transfer to the University of Toronto after 2 years at Ryerson, and even claimed to have gotten a $3,000 scholarship. Huei Han proudly bought her a laptop. In the fall, Pan commuted to cafes or to Wong's dorm pretending to go to class. She even claimed to have successfully transferred to the University of Toronto in 2006, right on schedule. When her 2008 graduation ceremony loomed, Jennifer Pan claimed the university only gave out 1 ticket per student, and that she had given hers to a friend so as not to exclude one of her parents. A supposedly newfound graduate, Jennifer Pan purported to be volunteering at a children's hospital in Toronto. Jennifer Pan's father and mother grew suspicious at the lack of uniform or ID badge and tailed her to work. Finally exposed, she had her phone and laptop confiscated and was forbidden from dating Wong. She regained their trust over the next 2 years and had her phone privileges restored. At 24 years old, she had never been drunk or gone out. But Daniel Wong and Jennifer Pan reconnected, and Wong even provided her with a spare phone, which she used to ask him to help stage a robbery to kill her parents. Wong introduced her to an underworld friend named Lenford Crawford. Over a series of texts, Pan agreed to pay him $10,000 out of her eventual inheritance. Crawford prepared by scoping out her neighborhood on Halloween 2010. On November 8th, Crawford texted her, "After work, okay, will be game time." With Huei Hann in bed and Bich Ha reading downstairs, Jennifer said goodnight to her mother and unlocked the front door. At 10:02 p.m., she turned on the lights in the upstairs study. 3 minutes later, Crawford and 2 others, David Milvaganam and Eric Carty, entered the home. Carty tied Jennifer Pan's hands behind her back into the upstairs banister with a shoelace. The others dragged her parents into the basement and covered their heads in blankets. Bich Ha was shot 3 times in the head, while her husband was shot in the face and shoulder. As the gunman fled, Jennifer Pan called 911. That's when her father appeared from the basement, having miraculously survived. Although police believed Pan during questioning that night, they were suspicious about how she could reach her phone while bound. Their skepticism grew during a second interview on November 10th when they asked her to simulate how she did so. Waking from his coma on November 12th, Jennifer Pan's father told police he saw his daughter whispering to one of the gunmen, "like a friend." When Detective William Goetz questioned Pan again on November 22nd, 2010, the jig was up. He told her he knew everything and Pan cracked. "But what happens to me?" Pan tearfully asked. Daniel Wong and Jennifer Pan were arrested, Jennifer that same night. Wong and the hitmen followed in spring 2011. On December 13, 2014, Pan, Wong, Carty, Crawford, and Milvaganam were found guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder. They received life sentences with no chance of parole and additional life sentences to be served concurrently. Carty was convicted of conspiracy to commit murder in 2015 and received an 18-year sentence.